quite traumatized. Barnaby randomized. Before Gwen could comment on his sounded at the door. Phoebe ran to answer it, flinging it open, to reveal a woman who looked like she had just stepped off a private jet from Milan. Often more kennist, dit we gen. Ono koist, often is twinstate. Carried a genuine leather handbag that probably cost more than the rent on Unit 3C, and wore oversized sunglasses that she pushed up onto her perfectly styled reddish-brown hair. Watai. Phoebe, Sienna cried, her voice a smooth cultured purr as she embraced her friend. Quite Sienna. Oh my gosh, you look beautiful, Phoebe squealed. Come meet my roommates. This is Gwen, and this is Jazz. Gone to hood forward. His eyes locked onto Sienna's designer boots. He took her hand, executing a gentle, continental bow that made Gwen let out a loud snort. Onte, Sienna, Jazz murmured. Welcome to our humble salon. If there is anything you require, anything at all, you need only ask. Be kind, Jazz, Sienna said, her voice smooth as silk. And please, call me Vesper. It says the name mot use for my professional engagements. Of Vesper, Jazz repeated, his heart doing a little flutter. A name of mystery and sophistication, might be. Yes, Sienna said, looking around the modest living right, if slightly amused, smile. It is, certainly. Cozy here. Is there a telephone Mott might use? Mott, have to check in with my coordinator, Winnie began. Too quite traumatized. Right over there, Gwen said, pointing to the wall unit. We'll go heat up some coffee to give you some privacy, Oturi saying, as they retreated near the doorframe. His ears pricked up like a retriever S. Baenya picked up the receiver, dialing rapidly. Hello, Doris? Yes, it is Vesper. Mot met in Pelican Cove. You can reach me at Namshnamilam, Sauhin Ba Namabi. Are there any calls? Ono, to discussing stock options. Her expression remained completely professional, as if she were discussing stock options. Quote Jones from the convention. Tell him my price is $500 for the evening. No exceptions. And tell him if he wants the deluxe package, it is an extra $200. Got it? Great. Mot Luglung talk to you later. Wanjindane. She hung up, smoothing her trench coat. All shall be salty. In the kitchen, Jazz's spatula dropped from his hand, clattering against the linoleum. He turned to Gwen, his eyes wide enough to pop. $100, Jazz whispered, his voice trembling. Gwen. Phoebe S. Einstein friend she is. She is a high-class call girl. Coughed. Offered a call girl. Gwen gasped, her hand flying to her mouth. Jazz, are you sure? Maybe she is a high-end consultant or a private tutor for very wealthy children. Goodly conjures. With a $200 surcharge for the deluxe package. Jazz hissed. Unless she says tutoring him in advanced quantum mechanics while wearing a silk robe, she is definitely in the personal services industry. Untematuribi. Oh my golly, Gwen whispered. And Phoebe has no idea. She thinks Sienna is still singing in the church choir. Obi traumatized. We have to stop her if Phoebe finds out her idol is a lady of the evening. She Luglung be devastated. Her entire worldview will collapse. She Luglung probably move back to Ohio and become a nun. Untron traumatized, Gwen asked. She says a grown woman, Jazz, she can consult with whoever she wants. Wentley. Mort. Betterbeat, Jazz declared, grabbing his coat. Motluklung find his Fred Jones. Motluklung tell him the appointment is cancelled and Motluklung dragged Sienna out of there before any transactions can occur. Oswald Os, Eklies. Gwen warned. You Luklung get arrested for solicitation, or worse. You Luklung ruin her business, and she'll sue us for loss of earnings. Men of action, Gwen. Jazz said, adjusting his collar. And besides, Barney has the car. Otigia Finchley's, a few minutes later, was a sea of navy blue suits, name tags, and cheap shrimp cocktails. Unentdeckt. Jazz slid through the crowd, wearing his slightly tight suit and a name tag he had stolen from a sleeping delegate that read, Imar
Swackhammer,
chairman of the board. One for orientation. Excuse me, Mr. Swackhammer. A young woman in a blazer said, stopping him. The sales seminar is about to begin in Salon B. Off his best robotic nod. At Excellent. Excellent, I shall. Seminar vigorously. But first, Mott must locate Fred Jones. A matter of high-stakes logistics. Be dramatize. He scanned the room. Near the ice sculpture of a dolphin, a stunning, low-cut black dress that looked like it cost more than his entire culinary education. She was talking to a middle-aged man who was holding a martini and laughing far too loudly, whose eyes narrowed. Fred Jones, onabin oft, huida breathing a 10. He marched over, with a dramatic sweeping motion that almost knocked the martini from Fred's hand. Waste meow. The game is up, Jones. Unting traumatized. Name tag. Mr. Swackhammer, chairman of the board. But did know you were attending the regional sales meeting. His chest out. Jazz said, and as chairman, Mott must inform you that your contract with Vesper here is officially null and void. The board has decided to terminate the deluxe package. Siensne stared at Jazz, her green eyes flashing dangerous intelligence. Jazz, what on earth are you doing here? Offend. Modem saving you, Sienna. Jazz whispered loudly, grabbing her arm. You don't have to do this. You don't have to sell your intellectual assets to these corporate sharks. Come back to Unit 3C. We Luglunk make a souffle. We'll sing hymns. Intimaser. Fred Jones looked between the two of them, his face turning a deep, guilty red. Look, Swackhammer, Mod don't know what you talking about. Vesper is my executive assistant for the weekend. Traumatized. And Mott met the King of Bavaria. Jazz shouted, Come on, Sienna, we are leaving. Consul traumatized. 2 security guards appeared, their hands resting on their belts. Coinid asked. One of the guards asked, Why traumatized? This man is impersonating the chairman of the board, and he said disrupting our regional sales strategy. Grabbing Mr. Swackhammer. Come with us, Mr. Swackhammer. Intemin traumatized. Sienna, Jazz cried as he was dragged toward the exit, his boots sliding against the polished marble floor. Remember the church choir. Remember Einstein. Odin to Outend. Only 3C was quiet, safe for the sound of Reginald Faulty. Smythe S. television set buzzing through the floorboards later that night, when eating in Traumatide. Sienna's Kreshenov draped over her shoulders, looking at Jazz with an expression of deep, amused resignation. Jazz sat opposite her, a large ice pack pressed against his shoulder, where the security guard had grabbed him. It was been for tea. You thought Mott was a call girl on the ice pack. You did charge Fred Jones $500. And you called yourself Vesper. Gading laugh. Sienna let an laugh that filled the room. Orfine begin. Fred Jones is the van from of a major retail chain. Mott was charging him $500 an hour to audit his company's tax structures and find their deluxe package loopholes.